Welcome to switch statement. Switch statement. It's a conditional statement. It's a conditional statement. In C language, you have two conditional statements. One is if-else statement, the other one is the switch statement. This is particularly useful whenever you have several alternatives to be explored. Several alternatives. The same can be actually implemented using if-else also, but it becomes cumbersome. It is less readable if you do it using the if-else statement, because there are many conditions, multiple conditions to be checked. In that case, you go with the switch statement. Switch statement general syntax is like this: switch expression, case constant expression 1, statement 1, case constant expression 2, statement 2, like that, and there will be one default class, statement n. So it works like this. The value of this expression is taken. That means this expression is evaluated, and the value of this expression is compared with these constant expressions. If there is a match, then the corresponding statement is executed. If the value of this expression matches with this constant expression, then this statement is executed. Statement is executed. So like that it repeats, like that it continues. If say the value of this expression doesn't match with this constant expression 1, then it is compared with the constant expression 2. If it matches, the statement 2 is executed. Otherwise, next constant expression. So if the value of this expression doesn't match with any values of any of these constant expressions, then if there is default class, then this default statement will be executed. That means the statement n will be executed if the value of this expression doesn't match with any of these constant expressions. And remember, the evaluation of the expression should result in an integer value. That means the value of this expression should result in an integer value. So it can be 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that, or a plus b, where a will have some integer value, b will have some integer value. So a plus b will be computed and it will result in integer value. That is also permitted, but other values are not permitted. Only integer values are permitted here. The expression which results in integer value, directly the integer value, or expression which results in integer value. And then constant expressions. These are also should be integers. Case say 1, 2, like that. The statements can be simple or compound statements. The constant expressions, expression 1, expression 2, etc., constant expression, they should be unique. They should be unique. And then the evaluation of the expression should result in a value. The value is compared with the constant expressions in the order specified. If there is a match, then corresponding statement is executed. So closely associated with this switch statement is the break statement. Break statement. Now, if we don't have a break statement here, so first, if this expression value matches with the constant expression 1, then the statement 1 is executed. So if there is no break statement, then all the remaining statements will also be executed. So by default, generally, so after writing this statement, there will be break statement, or if it is a compound statement within the flower brackets, number of statements will be there, the end statement will be the break statement. That means, so the corresponding statements will be executed. After executing, control goes out of this switch statement. Control goes out of this switch statement. A default class is there, we discussed it. If there is no default class and the expression doesn't match with any of the case constant expressions, then control is transferred to outside the switch statement. So default class is not mandatory, it is optional. It is optional. And moreover, the default class can be present at any point in the switch statement. At any point in the switch statement. Need not be at the end. Need not be at the end, but generally written at the end. This is one example. So integer, some value is read, and then this value, if it is 1, 1 is printed. If it is 2, 2 is printed. If it is not 1, if it is not 2, then 3 will be printed. See here you can see break statements are added, because if it is 1, that means you want to print 1 and then go out. But if this break statement is not there, then 1 will be printed and then 2 will be printed. If this break is also not there, then 3 will be printed. So break statements are to be used. So this is regarding the switch statement. Whenever you have multiple alternatives, use switch statement. So closely associated with the switch statement will be break. So always use break to avoid any confusion. Thank you very much for joining.